And in the Bentham and Hooker's classification, between dicotyledons, monocotyledons, इन दोनों के बीच में क्या था? Gymnosperms, those organisms, those plants that produce the seeds which are not inside the fruit, they are naked. They are called gymnosperms, which we have discussed. अभी gymnosperms के ऊपर 4 to 5 points सीख लेंगे. Gymnosperms are seed-bearing vascular plants. So they have got vessels which will suck the water, and the food and water will flow through the tube system which is called vascular system. So जिसको vascular system है and they are seed-bearing है, उसको gymnosperms बोलते हैं. इसके अंदर you have cycads, ginkgo, conifers, yews. They all belong to gymnosperms. The only thing is they have seeds but they are not enclosed inside a fruit. So gymno नाम ग्रीक से आता है. जिम्नो होता है नेकेड. सो जिम्नोस्पर्म मीन्स नेकेड सीड जो फ्रूट के अंदर बैठा नहीं बैठा है, उसको कहते हैं जिम्नोस्पर्म. साइकड, क्लासिकली साइकड लुक्स लाइक दिस. सो द साइकस, द पाइनस, then the branch bearing cones look like this. So this is a male cone, this is a female cone. Two types of cones, right? Which are the naked seeds, basically, come under the gymnosperms. So this is another example of how a gymnosperm looks like. So if you look at a mature tree, it is 4 or 5. The female cones, they grow on the upper branches, whereas the male cones grow in the lower branches. Male अपना pollen को release करता है, और that pollen will mix with the female, will go and reach the female cone, and the fertilization occurs. Seeds are produced, and the seeds are dispersed, and once more those seeds grow into mature trees. So this is how the life cycle, where the female cone looks like this and the male cone looks like this, is what you should basically remember when it comes to the gymnosperms. Now gymnosperm के अंदर क्या क्या है और एक बार बोलो. Cycads, ginkgo, yews, conifers. They all belong to the gymnosperms. अगर आप साइकड को देखें तो फर्स्ट लुक में इट लुक्स लाइक ए पाम ट्री. अगर आप सऊदी अरेबिया गए या दुबई गए, डेजर्ट पे गए, तो आपको पाम ट्रीज दिखता ना. एग्जैक्टली इट लुक्स लाइक पाम ट्री, बट इट इज नॉट पाम ट्री, नॉट रिलेटेड टू पाम ट्री, इज व्हाट यू शुड रिमेंबर. So this Cycadophyta, one of the divisions of the gymnosperm, इसके अंदर cycads होता है. So where do you find these cycads? Part of the gymnosperms. Tropical forest, classical location, and they have a feather-like leaf structure and a long stem. Feather-like leaf structure, like feathers. पीकॉक को फेदर्स रहता है ना, जैसे फेदर लाइक लीव्स एंड ए लॉन्ग स्टेम एंड ए वुडी ट्रंक. नाउ दिस इज अनदर टाइप ऑफ जिम्नोस्पर्म कॉल्ड जिंको बाइलोबा. इसका स्पेशलिटी क्या है? दिस बिलोंग्स टू जिंकोफाइटा डिविजन ऑफ द जिम्नोस्पर्म्स, एंड नेचुरली ग्रोइंग जिंको खाली चाइना में आपको दिखता. Ginkgos, they can live up to thousands of years, and they are basically fan shaped. They have got deciduous leaves, मतलब leaves गिर जाएगा, and they turn yellow in autumn. If you go to China, Ginkgo Biloba भूलना मत. and they are very large and tallest trees almost reaching 160 feet. हमारा people, human beings, हम कितना height रहते? 5 to 6 feet रहते. So this is almost 20 times taller than us, 160 feet. That is the story of Ginkgo Biloba. Now, one more gymnosperm is Nitophyta. So, the Nitophyta is another gymnosperm division, and there are about 65 species under this. Ephedra, Neetum, Velvitschia, they all belong to Nitophyta is what you need to remember. So, इसको कहाँ देख सकते हैं आप? हिमालयास गए तो Nitophyta group of gymnosperms you will basically see. In this, one thing is important. आप सब botanist बनना चाहते हैं या डॉक्टर बनना चाहते हैं? डॉक्टर बनना चाहते हैं, मगर डॉक्टर बनने के लिए आप फिजिक्स पढ़ना पड़ेगा, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ना पड़ेगा और बॉटनी भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा. खाली जूलॉजी पढ़े तो नहीं चलेगा. So, ephedra, one of the type of Nitophyta, it has a medicinal property. अगर आपको common cold हो गया, सर्दी हो गया, continuously lot of mucus is coming out of your nose. So, you can use ephedrine in order to make your mucus become thinner. So, that's the reason you can use it as a decongestant, ephedrine. So, that comes from ephedra, which is a type of Nitophyta, is what you can remember. So, conifers are also the gymnosperms. So, if you look at the conifer plantation, अगर आप शिमला गए या if you go in, even in India, you find conifers growing in the hilly areas. So, male ऐसा होता है, उसमें से gametophyte, pollen grains निकलेगा, and this is how a female looks like in conifers. उसमें से ovule, typically with carpels, come out like this. The two will meet and they form the developing seed, which is an embryo, and that once more grows into another conifer. So this is the typical nature, conifer's life cycle. So what are the main points in summary you should know about the gymnosperms? They are flowerless, seed producing plants. The seeds are not there inside a fruit, and it's called gymnosperms. And the four main divisions of the gymnosperms are Coniferophyta, Cycadophyta, Ginkgophyta, Neetophyta is what you need to remember. And where do you see the gymnosperms growing? It is the temperate forests in which they will be growing. And you have conifers, cycads, ginkgos, neetophytes, which are the part of the gymnospores is what you should remember. Now a few comments on angiosperms. Basically, angiosperms, the word comes from the Greek, which says they are the flowering plants. They are also called magnoliophyta, is what you should remember. And obviously, if you want to impress somebody, you have to give a flower, right? So, there are diverse groups of these flowering plants, and they are the seed producing plants, and they also are fruit bearing plants come under angiosperms is what you need to remember. कितने साल के पहले आप flowering plants came on the planet Earth? Almost 120 million. Million होता है 10 लाख. 120 million means 12 crore years. Say a flowering plants are there on this planet Earth. So if you look at these flowering plants, which are called angiosperms, how do you classify them? There is one artificial system based upon the characteristics, natural system and phylogenetic system. Natural system is based on the morphological features, and phylogenetic is based on the evolutionary relationship, the phylogenetic system. So Bantam and Hook from the United Kingdom, you are not going to forget. Then there was also an Engler system which was used for the classification of the flowering plants. Then Takhtajan system from Russia, he also proposed a way by which you can classify the flowering plants. And before the biochemistry, DNA, Watson Crick, they were all not there. It was mainly the natural system based on the characteristics, it was there. But later on, after the genetic evidence, the phylogenetic system came into more common practice in classifying the flowering plants is what you need to remember. So, we continue the discussion and stay tuned, subscribe to the YouTube channel of, we are also coming up with a mobile app in which you can get all these notes, all these video lectures, everything called as Pre-Medico. Pre-Medico is a mobile app and I wish you to be your companion to finish all 30,000 MCQs in physics, chemistry and biology, free, available on the YouTube. Tell your friends also to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you.